intro has such a good...
Such good vibes.
Tell us about the intro, Dab.
It does.
Yeah. Tell us about the intro.
It has really good metrics on YouTube. Actually, it has the most sticky audience for any intro on any of our shows on the channel.
Wow,
it's a good intro.
Well, the audio is looping.
What?
Oh no.
Oh no,
I don't
I'm
know.
not.
What does that mean?
It sounds good
you,
over
Max.
here.
Music which you're feeding.
Yeah. So Max's audio. It sounds like Max's audio is looping when he talks. Is that the deal, Max?
Yes.
I think,
Oh, no.
Max, you're making a face like
Oh
you're
my
like,
God.
oh, but like, it's just you.
Okay, I don't know what is... I'm going to try reloading.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh. Well. See,
Hello?
that's, I guess... Hello?
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Good, Max?
We're doing it live, everybody.
Okay, Jesus Christ. I don't know what happened. I
Technical
couldn't...
problems over here.
I heard the audio like repeating, like looping, and I couldn't hear anything else that was going on, and so I was trying not to talk because I was afraid I was adding to the audio loop.
Oh.
All right.
No,
Anyway,
that
The Cyberverse, very chaotic,
intro.
hard to predict.
Wow.
we're all
Well,
getting
welcome everybody to the long-awaited, maybe next episode of TDR Cyberpunk Edition. Technical, Recnical. That's what TDR stands for. I think that's my best one yet. We are back after a week hiatus for the Paul Siegel Presents HelgaCon, a HouseCon which I guess was also featured on the Wandering DM's channel. I don't know. I don't have anything to do with them. But that claimed 3 of our members, and Andy and I decided that we didn't want to do just a 2-person vamping hour.
I think that would have been great, though. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Great. So,
Today's episode is officially branded as technical difficulties regularly. Thank you.
There you go.
Oh.
That makes sense.
That's a term.
That
Thank you.
makes sense.
Yeah, I like
Yeesh.
technical,
Hey.
technical. Rolls off the tongue.
All right, you're the GM.
Yeah.
I have all the power. Great. So I don't have any announcements. I don't know if we have any Wandering DMs announcements, Dan. Or we jump into the
You're right.
recap?
We had a great time at the HouseCon. Colleen and I were both there, and we never spoke. So we're only comfortable interacting online. Had a good show on Tuesday. I did a Tuesday show. Finally beat the 36th level mage in Fantasy Empires. Good for me. And so I'll be doing a different game next Tuesday. So good for me. Good for you, Dan.
Great job.
Thank you.
Great. So I think then we'll just sort of jump right into the game. This is where an exciting intro would be if we were 10 Dead Rats still. But we're not, so there is anything. You just get to hear me keep talking. I'm going to give a little bit of
roll
a
the intro
feature.
again?
I could, or the ending, the end credits.
It's got
roll the
great
ending
metrics.
again.
People seem to love it. People seem to love the intro.
So I'll give a bit of a bigger recap just to refresh everybody from the week off. So we are playing the 3-pager RPG 2400 Inner System Blues, featuring our cast of mostly robotic heroes. Kit 95, Colleen's super cool, too cool for you, hot pink medic.
That's right.
Andy playing BECCA, which is a very long acronym for something. An undersea robotic infiltrator with a broken face. We have Max as John ThinkBot Adams, a floating psychic robot that also has a programmable face that he uses just to spook people. It seems. Just for
I'm working out the practical usability features.
And Dan as Victor Paragon, the only human amongst the group of robots, a Luddite hacker who doesn't have a cell phone and tries to be as off the grid as possible, and is also the bassist of a math rock band.
Oh man.
And these four are a band of thieves and crooks operating out of the half-sunken city of Miami. They currently are on a job from a new contact, a car runner and gangster who goes by the name of Metalmouth, who operates out of a sunken nightclub, who has told them about a unique opportunity far out in the ocean. A mega-sized cargo ship has lit on fire and is slowly sinking into the ocean. The crew has evacuated, and a storm is about to hit the area that the ship is currently.
I forgot about that.
Metalmouth claims will surely scare away and knock out any security that are there currently protecting the cargo, the unburned cargo, which is luxury cars and motorbikes and hovercrafts galore, surely worth millions of credits on the black market if you can get them out of the ocean and scrub them clean of any corporate markings or location devices. The group, in preparation for this job, because it's the company was not broadcasting where their broken, robbable ship was, they snuck into the Evergreen Industrial Park, or the Everglades Industrial Park, a terrible single office building in the middle of a swamp, beset by alligators and manned by 2 security guards. They expertly infiltrated the compound and found the incriminating data they were looking for. Their exfiltration, however, was significantly less expert, as ThinkBot failed to properly spook the one security guard who had gotten wise that something fishy was afoot.
That was a shame. The guy was unscarable.
Caused a brief scuffle where some people got zapped with high-powered cattle prods, and some people, other people, pulled the alarms, putting the park on lockdown and calling in a bunch of security drones that quickly zoomed across the swamp to investigate. The group did a great job of hiding from the security drones, but had some serious back and forth about whether they should leave, try to hide out in the park itself, try to make it look like nothing had happened, disguise themselves as the 2 security guards they had knocked out, and I believe there was a plan floating around there at some point to just wait. So, a little less expert.
You make it sound bad, but we had a lot of different plans so that we could do it like jazz. We could improv the exact plan.
It's like a whole jazz robbery fusion.
It's jazz crime fusion.
Jazz quartet.
Jazz crime fusion, right? That's what they're calling their signature style.
This is
luckily,
called jazz crime.
Jazz crime. Now that's a cool team name. After some unsuccessful hacking and unsuccessful conning and some very successful psychic cleaning, the group eventually it was just Victor managed to boost a bass riff that was so incredibly loud and disruptive that it temporarily deactivated the drone's sensors, giving the group enough time to dash into the swamp, where they were fortunate enough to dodge both the searching drones and the local alligator and crocodile population.
Not believe that
Fun fact I
worked.
learned while researching this game, the Everglades are the only place where both alligators and crocodiles are naturally found.
Wow.
Oh,
I would
Florida there.
Sorry
Huh?
to Florida. This is going to be one of those
Florida.
things, right? Where all of you guys are also from Florida after I trashed it like that last time. I'm sure Florida's great.
It's not. It's not.
No, it's not. Sorry.
So the group escaped through the swamp back to Miami, where they cleaned up, repaired some of the damage, and did some light shopping before embarking towards the ship on a repurposed garbage barge that Metal Mouth provided them, and a member of Metal Mouth's gang to pilot the boat, a
Right.
very
Trash
punk-looking
can.
woman who goes by Sludge.
A sludge.
Sludge.
right.
Yeah.
Now,
and
So Kit, I think you were disabled for a while there. We all really wanted to like Sludge, right? We really
we
wanted her
did.
to be super cool, and we wanted to like her. And she's really not a nice person.
She's got bad
You
vibes.
know, she does have bad vibes.
She's got a bad attitude.
Yeah.
She could be more positive.
Right? It's the positive team.
she is called Sludge.
Why not?
But she didn't choose her own name, you know? She can't be... It's not her fault that her parents named her Sludge.
Presumably, if her name is Sludge, she did choose to. That's actually a good point. I don't know. We're in the future.
Make another
It sounds like a
assumption.
stage name to me.
So yeah, we'll pick up at the end of your 2.5-day journey on this garbage boat, where you can you can tell by the various radios and radars on the dashboard of the barge. You are close to the Felicity, the cargo ship, and you can see the storm ominously picking up on the horizons as big dark storm clouds start to gather, and the ocean here is starting to darken and get very choppy, and you feel more rocking on the boat back and forth.
Now, did we have a plan to get onto the other ship? Like, does it look like we could just sail up next to it and hop over?
So you're not
Well,
in visual range of the ship currently.
Oh, because we were waiting for the storm. Right, I forgot
Yes.
about that.
I hope
Okay,
that
okay.
if we drove up during the storm, they wouldn't notice us because they might have security
Right.
up,
Right.
like robot security. Like robot security that fucks. We went back and forth on this for a while.
That's right, and the robots. Right. Yep.
So let me get
the
this
plan is
straight.
get up
We're-
in the.
Yeah, sorry, I had a question. So we're on a trash ship in a storm.
Yep.
Going towards a really big ship full of cars. And we're supposed to steal those cars and put them onto the trash ship or a different ship.
Good
Okay,
summer.
No, this ship.
Trash ship.
Yep.
All right, and I've
Yeah.
been deactivated, and someone's been carrying me on their back.
Oh, we've mostly been like pushing you around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of rolling type stuff.
A lot of rolling.
In the
yeah.
trash, on the trash ship. That's just the way it is.
And also the swamp. The swamp also.
There was a lot
Yeah.
of really, yeah. There was actually a
Yeah.
I
lot of
think
swamp
they're really-
water in you, so.
That's a
We ran
good
you
sum
for
up
the,
of my life
car wash
experiences. It's all right. It's not upsetting. It's just expected. Carry on with your plans. Thank you.
Way to
I
keep
thought
a
we did a
stiff
good
upper
job.
lip, Kit.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, okay.
I like
Gotta
that.
keep it
right?
real.
I like that interpretation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to.
I think
put
we
it.
got most of the swamp scum out of your systems. I think
We tried really hard.
Yeah.
I think we did a pretty.
we
good
tried
job.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, we tried hard. Yeah. I'm not a
You
vacuum.
didn't try it
bot
all,
either.
did you? You didn't.
Uh,
You didn't really do anything, did you?
No.
I can still hear
We
it
ran
kind of in my
car
head.
wash.
I got it. I know. I totally went at it with a toilet scrubber. I went like at least 5 minutes or so.
You did do that.
Well, thank
On a
you, Victor.
playlist.
You're welcome.
Ooh, the playlist.
We did put her in a bag of rice for a few days. That's right. That's coming back. That's coming back to me, right? Yeah.
Right. You know, man, finding the robot-sized bags of rice is tough at the last minute.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you managed. Hopefully, you didn't eat the rice.
Well,
Not
I don't eat
supposed to eat the
anything.
rice.
Yeah.
I'm still eating my ramen those couple days.
All right, so we're on a trash ship with a human being no one likes.
Well, somebody
Got it.
probably likes
I
it.
think
There's
there's-
nobody here. Yeah.
Right.
Don't raise your
You don't
hand.
have to make up a story to make her feel better. She's not here right now. You could just say no one likes
Bulge
her.
actually is the size of this trash ship
Oh.
does not leave much for privacy, as it's just one biggish cabin, and then the
Whatever.
big basin in the back where trash, presumably, or cars would go. Sludge appears to be paying no attention to what you guys are talking about.
We
and
mean
is
it's
kinda
like she's not
idly
here. Yeah.
watching the dashboard, smoking a vintage cigarette.
There's
Very
beer, right?
cool.
There's a cooler of beer, if I recall. Is that right, or am
There
I
is a cooler
forgetting?
here.
Yeah, Kit,
Yep.
can I get you something?
A new will to live, or
Is that a brand? Is that like a Danish brand?
I don't think so.
I go looking through the cooler for that. Find it.
Definitely
Mike,
is
just,
your brand.
just whatever the future equivalent of a natty ice.
Natty Ice. Yep.
It's
It's
just
eternal. Yeah.
That's it.
It's called ice.
I'm not finding a will to live, but I got a Pabst here. You want that?
Fair enough. I'm easy.
How far are we from because the storm has started now, right?
The storm is picking up. It might be a few hours before the storm really sets in here. So you have some time to plan before you make a move, and it appears that no one has noticed.
It sounds like Christian wants us to come up with a plan.
no, we have a plan. We had the plan, which was that we're gonna get onto the boat
And seduce the robot guards, I think.
and drive the cars off.
Oh, yeah. It'll be really cool. We'll drive each car off the edge. That'll be great, and we'll land it right in the garbage truck.
How are we getting onto the ship?
Well, we can't see it yet, so we can't figure that out.
Jumping. Hopping.
Would we?
Jumping.
Yeah.
This is a last minute plan, then.
So do our knowledge
gonna
of the
pull
decks
up-
even, or is the cargo ship higher than the garbage scow? Scow.
Weren't we supposed to get information from the compound that I got deactivated in? Wasn't that
Oh, we did. That's how we got here. We found it.
Yeah.
to get information about the ship's specs that has the cars on it?
Do we
think we
do we
just
have
looked
that?
at
Do we
the-
have?
I don't know. Do you? I got deactivated. I'm not sure. I'm still squishy in parts.
I'm looking at my
Software.
deck. Do I my custom deck that's covered with band stickers? Do I have
Yes.
specifications? Do I have schematics?
Come on.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Looks like I do.
Didn't see that.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
error.
There we go.
Oh.
Aha! There we go. Yeah. So
Hey,
Super.
you do have, and I'll
Whoa.
interpret this a little bit.
Oh.
So yeah, you do have a deck plan, like what you're looking at, and the question of is the garbage barge the same deck level as the cargo ship? Absolutely not. This cargo ship is enormous. It is several hundreds of yards long, and is kind of awkwardly floats above, like sits very high in the water. So it has very little like bilge underneath it to keep it connected. Yeah, and so what you can see is that if you look at the bottom picture, that thing in the back, is that there is kind of a big ramp that can be deployed from the very back of the ship, which is how they get all of the cars in and off when it's docked. And
Oh, great. So no problem. And here, I was thinking that my hindsight module was going to say we should have checked out the schematics before we were seconds away from executing the plan, but there was no need for that.
yeah,
I wonder
unfortunately,
if it has a Lido deck.
I bet it
I
does.
think it has a Lido deck.
What?
yeah,
Like
buffet.
Jared Leto?
You've never been. Never mind.
Oh, is what that the president of the U.S. in 2060? Is that who you're talking
Oh
about?
God, you really thought the country couldn't get any worse, huh? And then
That's his campaign slogan. Yeah.
It's been a tough
you
couple of
just like
centuries.
me in Suicide Squad. Try me as president of the United States. So it seems like the cargo ship is so tall that we could probably, either swim up against it or bring a lifeboat if we've got one up against the edge and be virtually unnoticed.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put a car on a lifeboat?
No. We're just going to do that so that we can get into the boat, disable all the security, and then just own a boat.
The problem is that we're in the middle of a storm, and maybe this is not the best time to sail a lifeboat out.
So you think swimming will be better?
No, actually, the opposite way. I think a bigger boat, more on a boat.
Oh, did we talk last week about the idea of sailing up to them and being like, oops, we got lost?
I do think we discussed that. I don't know where we landed on... Okay, no, that's fine. This is what we said. We will sail up to it, hoping we go unnoticed, just in the garbage barge. And if they do notice us, that's the backup. We'll say, sorry, we got lost in the storm. Can you help us? And then we'll go on and we'll seduce the guards.
Yeah. Good idea.
Great.
We're going to
Okay.
bounce this. It's awesome. Yeah, I'm totally hot for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
A lot of slang. I don't know about all that.
So we're just gonna sail up next to it.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
That's fine.
Looks great.
It's definitely on fire.
It's on fire.
Great.
Sure is.
So it sounds like you're gonna wait a little bit for the storm to get worse, and then have Sludge drive or sail up next to it and try to sneak aboard. And then, what do you want her to do while you're aboard? What should she do? Where should you keep the barge?
By the ramp. And she should smoke a cigarette. Because there's only so much time for anyone to live. And then if they ask her questions, she could just be like, your ship looked like hot garbage, and I'm a garbage boat.
Ooh, that's good. That's cool.
I'm waiting to load your ship onto this ship.
Is it too cool for Sludge? Probably.
Sludge considers it as she fires up the engine again and starts puttering the garbage barge towards. As what you can see as you get much closer is a giant burning cargo ship. Like I said, the ship is massive, and even from, like, you see it long before you get very close to it, as it kind of looms up out of the horizon as this massive bulk that is billowing smoke from the front, mostly from the front, right, from where the cabin decks are, but it does kind of engulf the entire top deck in smoke. As you approach, you see, if you look carefully, you can see on the horizon what looks like smaller boats moving away very quickly. And if you look very carefully up in the sky, as the storm clouds start to swirl overhead, you can see what might be remote drones hovering very close to in and around the Felicity itself.
Okay.
Yeah. So by the time you get right up to the boat, the storm has fully and truly hit. It is torrentially raining around you, and the wind is howling and rocks both of these vessels quite severely. Back and forth. The garbage barge luckily sits very low in the water, so you feel pretty confident that it would take, at least a little bit more wind and some waves to capsize it. And you can see, kind of humming along the sides of the Felicity, these large, circular, kind of look like big suction cups that have been attached at various intervals around, that are humming softly, that are, from what you can guess, some kind of stabilizer that is keeping it from capsizing and tipping over, as it sits, like I mentioned, very high in the water. So very soon the visibility is very low here, as it is both dark, raining, very windy, and the air is full of smoke. Sludge starts her approach and looks back at you and shouts over the sound of the rain and the storm, and says, "All right, where should I pull up?"
Geez,
by
man.
the ramp.
Yeah.
All the people are by the ramp, right? That's where they're leaving from?
Is the ramp down?
Yes.
The ramp is not down, but the backside of the boat, which you can't really see in that picture, have a ramp that can be extended.
Okay, so we tell her by the back then.
Yeah.
Great.
Someplace not on fire.
Someplace not on fire. The idea.
Is there a rain sound
smoke
effect going on, or is that white noise?
I think that's white noise from somebody. Oh, it's nice. It's very aesthetic.
Yeah.
It did seem
There is a storm at my house, so it is raining here. Where I am.
Well, thank you.
Aesthetic.
Thank you for that ambiance.
There you go.
Good planning.
You're welcome. It was planned. Yeah, I just told them to turn it on, and then they did.
Great.
Great. So the barge pulls around very carefully, and Sludge appears to be doing is very attentive at the helm here, making a lot of small adjustments and steering the boat to cause a minimal amount of knocking around by the wind and dodging the bigger waves, until eventually you are you can barely see the Felicity at this point, as you are right in the smoke cloud, but kind of hazily through it, you can see what looks like the back of the boat where the ramp would be.
Okay, pretty close.
Great. So we get onto the boat. We go to the control room. We lower the ramp, and then we drive the cars off. Easy.
Sweet. Righteous.
It's just that getting
Way to go,
onto
BECCA.
the boat.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just climb up it. We'll just do a little leap, and we'll climb.
A leap onto what?
We'll leap.
Yeah.
Where? So,
Christian,
like,
is there
what-
like a ladder or a ledge or what? Is there a thing to jump onto?
Yeah, give me a
A dumbass roll.
I think this is going to be some kind of roll, some kind of perception or
roll.
notice roll or something like that. If you have a relevant skill, take that. If you have boating or piloting skill, I think that also works.
Nah, my roadie Elson does, but he's not here.
Why don't you ever invite
Allison.
him, man? He seems so useful.
I do, but he's.
Why
I
does
do,
he
but he's
know how to
busy. He's
drive
on
so
tour
many
with another band.
vehicles?
Well, we have to. I mean, you know, we live in Florida. It's mostly sunk at this point. So
Yeah.
That's
we
fair.
go to boat. We go by
Fair.
boats to a lot of our gigs.
Yeah. Kind of
Great,
embarrassing,
yeah, so
isn't it?
anybody can go ahead and give me that roll, and I'll let you add a d6, assuming the rest of the group is also on the lookout. And I'm going to say the consequences here are just going to be how secluded this entrance is that you spot.
You know, I'm also going to use my cyber ear to try to listen for anything walking around the entries that we try hopefully spot.
Nice.
Great. What sort of modifications does your cyber ear have?
So cyber ear with noise filter is what I have.
Okay. Okay. I'll think about that one while we resolve the this spotting roll. Whoever is making that.
How
Could
do
I
rolls
potentially?
work again? I forgot.
Yeah. So if you have a skill, a relevant skill, that will have a die associated with it. If you don't, then it's a D6, and you can roll another D6 as a bonus, and you're looking to get a 3+ for good things to happen.
Cool.
Could I conceivably use my cranial jack, which allows me to do an upload to quickly be Googling pictures of what these kinds of things look like, large cargo ship plus exit, large cargo ship plus ladder.
I don't
I'm just-
think so. I think that no picture like that would give you the level of detail that you need.
That's fair. Still a
Yeah.
lot
I
of
have an X-ray eye, and I was going to have another cyber eye with the money. I think it was a microscopic eye, so I can.
Oh, your
Does
cyber
that
eye will
help?
definitely help. Yes, for sure. Go ahead and bump one of those dice up to a D8.
Oh, okay. Here we go. 6.
Excellent. Yeah. So, Kit, you are able to kind of by messing with the various filters on your eye, you're able to kind of eliminate a lot of the obfuscation that the smoke is causing, and you get a pretty clear look at the boat itself. So you can see there is what appears to be along the back of the boat, the whole backside of it, whatever boating term the back is. There you do see what looks like
Sorry, go for it.
aft, the butt of the boat. You do see almost like a crease, maybe, where it looks like the ramp would unfold. So it looks like some of these panels actually are motorized and move. You also see kind of midway lower on the ship, kind of also near the back, but a little off to one side, there are a couple of portholes that you can see that are either like ventilation maybe or something like that. And you also, with that good of a roll, know that probably underneath the boat, or where the boat is water, there might also be some openings there of that help keep it like at top of the water. You can see where the water is like sluicing in a very kind of repetitive way or consistent way near a couple sections beneath the boat.
It looks super safe.
Yeah, so we can, drown or stuff ourselves in a hole or try to hack the ramp and have it fall on us. Those are the options.
I pick stuff myself in a hole, baby!
Let's do it, Victor. Let's go.
I'd rather drown.
Yeah, you and me.
I'm not seeing any trouble here. We could just go. We'll just go. We'll be fine.
Okay, I'd rather not drown. Actually, I don't think my skates will rust. So, all right, shoved in a hole.
Let's get into the ventilating shaft that's most likely full of smoke and other things that will suffocate us, and let's crawl through those.
Great.
Everything I'm going to say is going to be bleak and horrible, all right? Just got to get used to it. That's my bedside humor. Manner, whatever.
I played a gig in Cleveland. I have no... This is not nearly as bleak as that.
Great.
If Miami is underwater...
wild dig from Dan from left field.
Fuck Cleveland. What?
All right.
All my homies hate Cleveland.
Future Cleveland. Let's be clear.
Future
This is
Cleveland.
in fiction. Future Cleveland is what I'm talking about.
Great.
Too late.
I've also actually done that in real life. It's not actually future. Anyway, yes, good idea. I like it, Kit.
We just got to get over to the portholes there, the ventilation shafts, and someone's got to kind of, attach themselves to it, pop them.
This reminds there's a venue in Portland, Maine called the Porthole. This really reminds me of when I played there.
Portland, Porthole. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anyone have like how far up?
Sorry, what?
The vision shaft? How far up is it?
Sludge manages to maneuver the boat around to where Kit is indicating, or the barge, and she pulls up pretty close to the Felicity, and honestly, it's a bit concerning at some points as the boats are rocking wildly back and forth. And so looking up, it's a few yards of a distance between the two boats as they can't get right up against each other, and it's maybe a 7-8 foot climb.
Easy. Come on. Look at that. Does anyone have like a rope or some heavy garbage that I can hold?
Heavy garbage. Now there's a good band name.
Also a good band.
Becca,
I have this big taser
rope as part of your climb.
I have rope. Okay, great.
Definitely.
Cool.
I really wanted the heavy garbage, actually.
Yeah, I grabbed some garbage as a joke, and then it's just kind of gross, wet.
Like a rusty chain, like a rusty old chain.
That's actually, I don't. No, we're just gonna go with the rope. Yeah, easy. I'm gonna climb that 7. It's gonna be so easy. It's so easy. I try and show off. I say parkour as I do it.
Great.
So easy.
So Becca, you gear up to take the running leap between the boats and then clamber up the sheer surface. This sounds exactly what an infiltrator would do. So go ahead and give me your climbing roll.
Nice.
Dead easy, guys. Don't worry about it. There's a 3.
You can always be referred.
I am worried
You'll
about
be
it.
fine.
I'm a little worried about it.
Yeah.
There's a 3.
A 3, great. So you leap across a little less gracefully than you would have liked, especially if you're showing off. And you manage to grip on with your climbing gloves and your various climbing tools, attach yourself to the side of the Felicity, and you it's tough going as the side is soaking wet and slippery and the boat is rocking and you get a little seasick as you do. But after
showboating the whole way. I'm like, parkour! Parkour!
Showboating, yeah, very important. And after it's a good 5 or 6 minutes of just watching BECCA climb a truly terrifying looking route. But BECCA, you managed to get to the top of to get to this porthole, right? And it's shut, but this is pretty easily with the tools you have opened, and it appears to open directly into a vent of some sort. And getting up there, you clamber in, and looking around, you got your rope in one hand. The rest, I assume, is back on the barge. You notice that there's no place to actually tie off your rope here, and that while you'd be able to get everybody in, this is not going to be a way that you can exit the boat afterwards. Kind of a one-way trip.
That's fine, because we're going to have the ramp. I don't even say anything. I just put on the rope. I'm holding it. It's fine. We're fine. Everyone. That's cool, right?
You
Very
definitely
cool.
hear each other
It's
shouting.
Cool. Yeah.
What is she saying?
She
Parkour!
says it's very cool.
Parkour. Anyway, I threw it on the rope.
Saying parkour. Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, it's a rope.
Yeah, so the rope gets thrown. I'm gonna not, I won't have you all roll to clamber up the rope. It is a very strong rope, steel reinforced, professional, and BECCA knows how to hoist people up a rope that are bad at climbing. I'd say that's well within their skill set.
And every time it comes up, I parkour.
Nice. Super nice. That was crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's
So
a
are you
rope.
all clambering up?
Yes.
I really wish we
Yes.
stuck with drowning.
Hold it.
You grip the rope. It is really, really quite scary. It looks scary from afar, and now that there's a moment where you have to make the jump between boats where you're just swinging and the ocean is dark and choppy and the wind is howling, and if you let go of the rope, you are sinking and never being found again. But luckily, BECCA keeps her hands very firm and provides a very good anchor, and treacherously and slowly, all three of you make the crossing and kind of pile into a very cramped, what looks like duct that you're in now.
Shoved in a hole. Well, ThinkBot's face is just the puking face emoji. Well, that was great. I guess if it didn't work, we would have just drowned anyway. So, win-win.
It would have worked. Oh, it was so easy. Come on, guys. Let's go to the...
Good job,
wherever.
everybody.
Oh, we should have gotten you a mask or something.
That would be that
Oh,
would be nice.
hey, that's right. You're breathing.
Do I have a little gas mask in my medical kit?
Yeah,
My med kit?
yeah. I'd say that
Yeah.
that is
Thank you.
something that you would bring along.
Just put it on your face.
Oh,
I
man.
weigh
You should
the
really get
evidence.
those.
I weigh the pro and con mask evidence and decide to wear it.
Oh, boy.
You should really get those lungs replaced with something, you know?
I can do that. I can replace it with like a Folgers can. It's very efficient.
Oh, or with gills. Then you could breathe underwater.
Oh, that'd be
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
Hey, we would all live underwater. Right? The only thing holding us back is Victor. Let's talk about this when we're out the
We can get like a submarine. We can get like a submarine. Like paint it some crazy color and live there. All of us.
Well, you know, I don't want to get copyright struck here.
You can make it orange or something.
Yeah. Okay. Phew.
Like we're all.
So
we'll put that. I'll put that on the list. I put that on my to-do list. Get a submarine.
Christian, using my X-ray eye, can I maybe tell where this leads, or like where it might lead out to the ramp room, or something,
Definitely
something like that?
So you do some scanning. You kind of clamber your way to the front of the group, so you don't have to look through everybody's, clothes and bones and stuff. And you scan along. You can see. You have to clamber a little bit further in, just to get past the layers of steel that make the decking that are the outside decks. But once you do, your eye is very easily able to scan through this vent and look into the deck that it opens up into. You can see it is. It looks cramped. Is your first impression, as everywhere you see, basically in every possible space, there are cars of some sort, just absolutely full. You see cars and motorcycles and big crates, which you can only assume are shipping containers full of more cars or car parts or something like that. And this deck is truly massive, and it really extends past the range. You can't even see all of it through your X-ray eye. However, while you are looking and kind of scanning around, you don't see any signs of people or anything like that. It appears to be pretty quiet. But you do, at the far end, just at the edge of where your X-ray lets you see, you do see some form of movement. It's a little fuzzy. You can't really make it out just because there's a lot of interference, but you do see some pretty consistent movement, as if something is moving through the rows of cars here, up and down. But if it is, it's either moving very slowly, or there's only one of it, because it's not a lot of movement.
Yeah.
You can also see, right, because you were asking about the ramp, you don't see, you surmise that you're probably a little too low in the ship to access the ramp itself, the big one out back, but you do see kind of right in the middle of, or where you expect the middle of this deck that you're looking at to be, another smaller ramp leading up.
Is there any place around here to patch my deck in?
No, you're in a vent.
Okay. I'm gonna stay on the lookout for that.
Okay.
There might be a place near the ramp, a smaller ramp. Maybe there's a control booth.
Probably have to get out of the vent.
Yeah, I saw some cars.
Yeah.
Something's in between the cars. It might be a Roomba, or a miner of some kind, a small human child, maybe hiding among cars.
I see.
Yeah.
Do they do that? Is that Victor?
I don't think so.
That seems like a lower probability gamble, I think.
Yeah.
I would not guess a human child here. Like a cat.
Okay.
You imagine like a cat or a cyber cat.
A cat.
Okay.
I don't know if it's small as a cat.
A mobile Tamagotchi, perhaps.
Maybe a pug.
Oh. I'd like to make cat faces at a cat. program my face to look like a cat's face and see what the cat does. I'd also like to read a cat's mind, so...
Well, now's your chance.
Anyway, can we get out? Let's get out of the vent.
Let's get out of the vent.
I would like to prioritize getting out of the vent before I suffocate. Would be great.
That's fair. Can we just move? Like, can we tell just the fastest way out of the vent?
Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. There are very few ways you can actually go in this event that don't lead either out towards the outside of the ship or up into, straight up, possibly into other decks. And you are able to clamber. It takes you a few minutes as you clambering through the vent, single file, before you get to another hatch, which you're able to pretty easily move aside and drop down into the deck of this ship. You can see, as you all do so, as you drop quietly the few feet to the deck floor, that it is almost pitch black down here. There are a few strobing, what might be emergency lights, that are strobing kind of like an eerie yellow light across, but intermittently. Any of you that don't have cybernetic eyes of some sort or some way to see in low light have a very hard time of actually making out what's around here. But you can all see through the darkness that you are just surrounded by cars, much like Kit saw with their cyber eye. You are crouched down behind a very kind of expensive looking SUV.
Nice.
And you can see ground cars, all of them kind of magnetically latched to the deck. Some of them latched and strapped with big, heavy packing straps. And you can see there are other big shipping containers around here as well.
Cool.
What's the set of Fast and the
Furious
Furious?
Walking around? Right.
Sorry, what was that, Dan?
Listening with the cyber ear for anything walking around?
Yeah, so you turn your ear to the room and you can hear what sounds like metal striking metal, like footsteps. And you can hear kind of like a soft whirring of small motors, like something is rotating, or spinning or scanning or something like that, back and forth. And you can make
I think
out
there might be a security bot here or something.
Yeah, you really kind of strain you kind of you shut your eyes and you focus, and you can make out maybe the sounds of two distinct sources for this sound.
Got it.
Are you sure it's not a cat?
I'm pretty sure not. It sounds like a security bot. I pull up my shock baton. I pull up my confiscated shock baton. I go, it's going to be a battle! It's going to be a death match! Woohoo!
Oh.
Yay!
Do we have to jump
Let's do it.
Death match?
Yeah!
Yeah, what if we unionize?
If we unionize?
Well, they're robots, so they're probably pretty conservative.
That's a gross generalization.
Well, at that, I pull out my big taser. All right, if we're death matching.
Right.
Our political discussion has once again resolved with we need to use violence.
I mean, there's something else for it.
It's the American way.
There's no monopoly on violence on a burning ship.
Oh my god. Can we try sneaking up behind them and just doing a quick knockout for security?
Yeah. That good idea. Good idea. I was going to go run screaming right in their face, but this seems like a good idea.
Yeah, let's be sneaky. Let's sneak behind them.
Kit, what was your idea?
Just avoid them entirely. Hide.
Well,
that's a dumb idea.
We're gonna need to get rid of everyone in order to steal all the cars.
Well, they won't miss them.
If they're here to guard them, they probably will.
Do Do you think they'll be alerted if we demagnetize some of these cars?
Probably why they're here.
Probably. I mean, I did want to drive it off like real
watching.
fast too.
Oh yeah. I
thought it'd be cool to like really launch them off. Yeah.
Oh my god! While we're doing this, I'm quickly googling like which one's the most expensive car. How much are they going to sell for? What's the maximum speed? Yeah.
And you can do a sideways drift onto the garbage go like into the parking place that you intend, right?
Oh my god!
Man,
and we're
see,
so many chances
right?
Of that.
I love this plan.
A lot of cars here.
I've never driven a car before, so this is going to be really exciting.
Oh no, me neither. But how hard can it be, right?
Elson makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
What's ever driven a car?
Great.
This
So,
is a great heist.
what is the plan here? What are you all up to?
I want to scan exactly where these things are walking, right, and then get around behind them, like Becca's saying. So wait until they like walk by someplace, get around behind them, and then hit them from the back.
Great.
Would any of us, would I happen to have that very large bag of rice, now emptied of rice, sort of with me?
That's a big bag.
Big bag.
Yeah.
I thought the
You
rice
have
was
a
itself.
Oh man,
I
it's
think it'd be
becoming a plot point.
great to just scoop them in the bag. Scoop in the bag. Bag. I'm up. Knock them around.
I'm good with
Great.
this.
So, Victor, it sounds like you're taking the lead on doing the sneaking and the shocking.
Yes.
Great. So, I think
support on
absolutely.
stealth. Great.
I think that this can be one roll. I think it's gonna be I think a stealth and a or like a melee combat. Well, is it 2 rolls? It might be 2. I think it's gonna be a stealth and then a melee combat roll.
Great.
The stealth first.
Fair.
The consequences are going to be lower for the stealth and higher for the melee combat. For the stealth, I'm going to say the consequences are being spotted. And yeah,
I'm happy to take direction from Becca.
Yeah,
Happy to take
can
direction
we
from
have
Becca.
can we have Becca lead the stealth part and then have Victor? Okay,
You do that. You do this, Becca. You do
nice.
that.
Okay, I have a D10, so I can't fuck this up. I got a 2. I fucked this up.
You have 2. Great. So, Dan, go ahead and throw your stealth
Why would you say
roll
that?
as well. Technically, you're supposed to have 2 dice here.
Me too here? 2 dice for me or
Yeah.
just 1?
Oh, just 1. Just 1. Whatever your stealth roll is.
I'm just got a
Okay.
D6. I do not have stealth. I got a 3.
A 3. Great.
You did better than I did.
So,
Great.
I learned from before.
So you managed using Victor's cyber ear and Becca's general familiarity with this kind of work. You managed to skulk. And I'm assuming all of you are going. If anyone is doing anything else, let me know. Skulk through these cars, walking past one luxury car after another. You walk past a particularly interesting-looking motorcycle that gleams in the darkness here, and you get closer. As you get closer, and you're moving very slowly to navigate through the dark. Right, you can all start to hear this clumping, clanging sound from whatever this drone or security device is. And as you're getting close to it, You round the corner around a side of a large what looks like all-terrain truck, and are kind of shocked that you've gotten almost too close, as the security bot is right there, just a few feet away from you, and you can see this thing looks like one of those robotic dogs, right, where it's got 4 legs from just kind of a bulky, square-ish box. Each leg has like is like a big clamp that looks like it has some kind of magnetic feature, something that keeps it very securely on the ground. And extending from the top of it, from the middle of this box, there's like a small moving, what looks like a camera or sensor or something like that, that appears to be scanning around it at all times as it's navigating. And you can see, you have a moment where you round the corner, ready to prepare your strike, where you notice it and it notices you, and its camera sensor starts to fold in, and you can only imagine arming some sort of weapon, as you can hear the whirring, clacking sound of things starting to activate. So you don't have the element of surprise, but you are close enough to jab it.
Oh, creepy. I hate
Well,
these things.
kind of a cat. Yeah.
The consequences
kind of
here are it is absolutely going to set off an alarm and pull out a freaking gun.
Got it. So I'm not worried. I've dealt with these things are creepy. I've dealt with them before in the Math Rock riots of 2030. 2349. So I run up, I find the vulnerable spot, and I stick the shock baton right in that spot. Do I get a bonus for the shock baton? I have hand-to-hand skill.
Just your hand-to-hand.
Scrappy. Okay. Plus so no help by circumstances is what I'm hearing.
Correct. Just your hand-to-hand skill.
All right, here it comes. Come on. 7.
Great. You manage to close the distance very quickly, Victor, and sure enough, you find a loose opening where a very nasty-looking gun is starting to ready itself out of, and you jam the baton in and pull the trigger and just course electricity through this thing's circuits, and you can hear it fry, and the whirring, whining sound of its motors and sensors before it collapsed with a loud like ka-chunk to the side of the ground.
And I shock it again, and I shock it again,
yeah.
and I shock it again. I go, yeah, you like that? You like that? You miserable piece of shit? You like that? Until someone pulls me off.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah. All right. We'll just gently, it's cool. It's cool.
Good job, Vic. Good job.
Yeah, good job. Whatever your process is.
I hate those things.
Yeah. Robots or
as you're recovering and pulling Victor off of this bot, you can hear the clomping noise from the other one of these robots has appeared to have stopped, and instead it's replaced with a very soft chirp that in distant intervals you hear like a chirp.
Nope. I'm gonna run to that. I'm gonna run to that and shut it off.
What is that?
It's a chipmunk.
You're gonna run towards the chirping sound?
Oh yeah.
Becca? Great, you break off, sprinting into the darkness towards the chirping sound, and you can hear it. It's just around this big crate full of tools, and you round the corner, skin to a halt, and you can see the chirping noise is coming from the other of these robots. As a light atop its sensor is blinking, and then you sprint out right in front of it, and it turns red, and the chirping stops.
Smash it. Oh, I smash that.
With what? What are you smashing it with?
I have a sword. I have an implanted sword.
You have claws. Great.
I have claws. Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Break it. break it, and it's
Great. Go ahead and give me a close combat skill roll here.
Oh, good. I don't have that. So can
Excellent.
I roll?
So it's just a d6.
But at least you brought the sword. Yeah.
I don't get anything for having a sword.
I mean,
but that's a 6, though.
Yeah,
we
you'll
go.
definitely do more damage than not having a sword.
Great. Full panic adrenaline.
And very quickly, the sword shoots from your cyber arm, and you, using the momentum of your run, dive forward and just spear this thing right through the right through its main cavity, and you give it a couple of good stabs. And it does eventually, in the similar manner to the first one, sputter and frizz and collapse with a chunk.
All are killing machines today.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All right.
Some of us are humans, thank you.
Okay.
Hello?
One of you is a metaphorical killing machine.
Human rights. Human rights. We're all friends. I'm messing with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You're right.
Oh,
You're
okay,
right.
okay,
Of
okay.
course, obviously. Yeah.
So
Funny.
We got to replace this guy with a robot. I mean, I just don't. All right. Let's.
No, it's
I have a cyber
really
ear. I definitely heard that. There's no.
Yeah,
Or
you
what?
should get more cyber stuff. Have you heard that?
Think about what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let's
get a
unlock
cyber
the
arm.
cars. That's it. We dealt with security. 2 bots. That seems like plenty.
That feels wrong, but they're not giving out alerts anymore, so that's good.
did anybody know what the programming is?
I will try
What
to
now?
patch into that second bot. I'm going to try to patch into that second bot and find the programming and see if I can see what I can see or take over.
Great. Give me a mechanics roll, right? You have a mechanical
I have
skill or
electronics
something
and
like that?
hacking.
Electronics,
I have electronics
yeah.
and hacking.
Electronics. I'm gonna say this is very difficult. This thing is mangled. It just got stabbed with.
Can I
a
help him
sword.
fix the electronics up? Seeing how my medical expertise allows me to help both humans and machines.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can go ahead and add your medicine skill to that, or
Nice.
whatever your repair skill is.
So I have electronics. So I'm guessing this is my electronics, but in a medical sense, right? And then I also have medicine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay, how do I add it? Do I
you
just
can
roll
choose,
it?
You just roll your own, yeah.
Okay.
And then we take whatever the higher is between the two.
I'm just going to go to the bathroom in one of these cars here.
I only rolled a 2, so
6.
6.
Damn. Excellent. So, with the combined knowledge of Kit and Victor, you're able to piece together some amount of information here. You don't get a full diagnostic, as right. Most of this thing's major circuits and machinery are ripped apart as if by a sword. But you do notice that these things appear to have been connected to some kind of local area, some local network that was controlling them and syncing them back up to some sort of control hub that they were getting all of their orders and controls from. That is, of course, no longer connected. And it does look like this second bot was attempting, your best guess was attempting to send out a security alert. It's unclear if that alert actually made it out or not, but that was the last thing it was trying to do.
Got it.
You also find integrated into these machines are on their undercarriage. They have just these big automatic rifles that are fully integrated. That you feel like if you were a hair slower would have ripped you to shreds.
Wow, good on us.
But we are not a hair slower. We are a hair faster. So do I have? Can I see last known locations of other security bots on the ship? Is that part of this security network? No.
That would you would need the main control node for that.
Can I disassemble the rifle? Can I take the rifle from it and use it?
You could take it out. It would be very hard to actually use. Impossible for a person with hands, as it was just kind of fully integrated. It doesn't have exactly a standard trigger.
Got it.
Can I take its little camera head?
Yeah. Now you can just kind of and you wrench it off.
Have it on a stick and I'm a robot.
Yeah.
I'm a robot. Beep.
Oh no, it's another one of those things. Oh, it's just it.
It's just me.
Nice one.
Put it on my back.
Nice. So on the off chance that they did send the security signal out, we should probably move to another location quickly.
Secondary location. Let's do it.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea where the controls for the ramp would be?
Yeah, so you cast about, and kind of, now that the obvious threat has been eliminated, you spend some time searching around here. You don't see any ramp controls, and it's kind of hard to search this entire deck because it is, one, massive, and two, the front half, as you get closer to it, a lot of heat coming from that side of the ship.
Oh man, the fire! I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah,
it's not the storm; it's the fire. Jeez.
And as you investigate, as you're kind of near the back here, it doesn't look like the ramp would even open to this deck.
Right.
The ramp out of the ship.
Up.
That being said, kind of obviously, there is a car-sized ramp right in the middle that you can see kind of leads up and looks as if that's how they get cars between decks.
Parking garage.
Good. Let's all that.
Oh, should we drive one of the cars up it?
That
it's
sounds
a car.
really
Loud.
Are any of the cars here super cool? That's an important question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah. Whatever definition of cool car you can think of, it's probably here. There are hundreds of cars on this deck.
Is there like a DeLorean?
Wow,
there are a couple. You don't see any cars
Ready
that are
Player One over
vintage here or anything like that.
I mean, we all know that's the coolest car, DeLorean.
Yeah,
everything
I'm
here
halfway
appears to be
orange sports car. Oh yeah, DeLorean.
Oh.
I
thought this one was cool, but
kind of
before
cool.
we continue with the ramps, I would like to take the two drones and pose them thematically, so it looks like they maybe had an argument or a falling out.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You create a little theme here.
Yes.
Give one of them a little chick track or something. You can really paint a picture here.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint a little picture there.
Yeah.
This is very depressed. They were very sad. They were meant to be together, but one of them just couldn't commit and then decided to end it all. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's so beautiful.
Romeo and Juliet.
There's a whole subplot there.
Wow.
This is probably why I've been refurbished a couple times. People don't respect the art.
I mean, I know we killed them, but I feel pretty bad for them now, honestly, seeing them like this.
Yeah. It's very tragic what they went through.
It is tragic.
Did any of us not start as useless little robots who had nothing to do? Aww.
I was a migrating.
I mean, again,
of course.
Human here.
Well, you started off as you started off as a cell. That's biology's machine. the cell.
exactly.
No, it's
So I
not
think
all
we're
about
good,
you,
yeah.
okay, Victor? Sometimes it's got to be about the bots. And in this case, it's about their relationship. It didn't work out. Very tragic. This is the end for them.
Oh.
This is where it lays right here.
I
I shed one tear. I shed one tear for the bots. Like you've moved me. You've moved me, Kit.
Oh,
You're right.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm going to collect that tear.
Yeah.
I got to put that. I got to scoop that up in a little vial.
Where'd
That's
that-
going to go.
That's it.
Thank you.
Wow.
Let's go steal some cars.
Do you
guess.
think
Right,
sometime we should
right.
try like
Yeah.
talking to them, asking if they have any like deep interpersonal relationships or
Oh,
No,
so
if they
that
wanna be
after we
freaky.
kill them, we can set up a better
No.
bit. Yeah, that's a good idea.
no, so they can,
Oh, I should have
can
tried
help
reading their
them.
Is
minds.
that the bots? Are we talking about the cars now? Do the cars also have interpersonal relationships on a deep level like this? Is this
Not
what
those
we're dealing
bots
with now?
cars.
Try reading its
Look at
mind.
those.
Try reading its mind.
Jerks.
John.
Oh. I try to read one of the car's minds. I just cast out for car minds in general. We got sort of
Nope.
Pixar's Cars scenario going on.
There are only
Wow.
3 other minds here.
And they're us, right?
Oh, I got it. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, alright. So we're cool. We're cool to kill as
cars.
many cars as we want. They're not sentient. That's confirmed.
Great.
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 So if
Oh.
that comes
Oh, I
up,
feel
We
disappointed.
picked the best car.
I am also
Or-
disappointed. Yep.
We get the best car. Yeah, we get the best car in visual range.
Great. Yeah,
Who wants to drive
you
it?
find it. Whatever it looks like. I mean, yeah, what does the best car look like? Becca seems very opinionated, so what is Becca's best
do.
car?
My best car is one that looks like it came out of Fast and Furious. Like bright
Wait.
orange sports car, low to the ground. It's got like a
Wow.
lot of decals and stuff. Oh, it's so cool, guys! Like running my
Wow.
arms around it. I get a
All right,
pink
this is the
slip
one
or
apparently.
something. I mean,
Wait,
if you guys
Hotwire.
Are we only
Wait.
taking one?
Is it Matt?
should we all take our own cars and then race?
Oh.
Ooh. If we're all about family now, then yes, I suppose.
Oh god.
Oh. Wait. Where's that? Okay. Where's that motorcycle? That's what I want to run back to.
You know what? I kind
Oh
of
yeah. I'm gonna be the one
I
on
kinda
a
want that too.
motorcycle.
I'm
Oh,
going to take
alright.
the
Like that.
SUV. I'm disappointed it doesn't have a bumper sticker.
Gotta have an SUV.
That's
Yeah,
right. We gotta get to
it's,
soccer practice.
BYOS. Bring your own sticker. Great, and it sounds like Victor and ThinkBot rush off to be the ones on motorcycles.
That's fine. He can be on a motorcycle. I look at my god. There's a
Oh.
DeLorean right here. There's a 2399 model DeLorean. I'm taking that.
You're
Mine
harshing
has-
the vibe.
Mine has individual seat cooling and heating systems both in the back and the front, and also a little surround sound system, which is very nice, especially
All
for
the
children.
Oh,
luxury
that's pretty
item.
nice.
Mhm.
All the luxury
Right.
items taken out to speed.
Look
in
at these
this
cup
one.
holders. This is fancy. This is the type of car you could have a family of 7 live in for days.
We can't. You're sitting in the car by your side. We can see your mouth moving, but we're all in separate vehicles now.
I'm waiting for the wing doors to slowly open up.
Yeah,
A lot of
so
car
as you're
content
all,
here.
as you're all racing about finding the ideal cars and arranging these 2 robots to be in
Really
a
bad.
tragically romantic death position. As you each find a car that you're like, hell yeah, this is the car that I would steal if I were stealing cars. You're kind of stunned as you know, you've been down here for a while now, and your eyes have kind of adjusted to the darkness. As a bright light starts to fill the room, and you can see coming from the ramp, from the big gap in the ceiling where the ramp leads up into, you see what looks like a little disc that's just floating in the air, like with a big light just kind of ringed all around it, is slowly floating down, and you can hear the like soft whirring of like a rotor or something like that.
Goddamn floating robots!
As it starts
How high? How high off the ground is it?
It's a few feet up, and it's kind of where this ramp is, which is in the very middle of the deck. Right. And it's kind of floating from the hole in the ceiling to the floor of the deck above. So it's right up at the ceiling.
At the ceiling, got it.
Yeah.
Ceiling. So can we erase them?
We need to go up.
I hit the gas and I drive up the ramp.
You hit the gas and you drive up the ramp. Excellent.
Wait, are the cars magnetized to the floor?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Yes.
So you do have a moment there, Victor, where you hit the gas and you're like, "Oh, right, the car is both off and currently has no like power running through it and is magnetically connected to the ground." But you know, when you hit the gas pedal to the metal, so to speak, it does make a very satisfying chunk. You feel like if you could move, it would go very fast.
Oh, I was expecting a cool burnout is where I thought that was going. That is not. I hit the gas again. And the third time. Come on. The fourth time. What? Oh, man. I hit the button for the doors. So the doors are closed. I hit the button for the doors to open back up so I can get out. And it's slowly
great
opening up.
You can see this floating drone kind of dips lower into the room and begins kind of like puttering over some of the cars. It's making like very slow concentric like circles around where it entered, shining its light just kind of all over the place as it kind of starts to navigate now to the part of the deck from on the other side of the ramp. Kind of drawing closer to this tableau of robot love lost that you've come up with.
Also, did we spend 15 minutes discussing our ideal cars that we cannot drive out of here?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
We did. We did.
I think Kit's gonna slowly get out of the SUV and then set off her car's alarm and blast the radio with Dolly Parton's 9 to 5. So it just goes 9 to 5 and just goes super loud, wah, 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 and she's just going to go the opposite direction towards the ramp.
Great.
That's pretty good.
Give me an electronics check.
Okay. And I just roll.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll that. What are the consequences here? I think that's easily enough done if you have enough time. I think it's going to be how fast you can get that set up. And you said you got a 6?
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah. So you're you've worked on more complicated machines than cars. And it only takes you a few moments of familiarizing yourself with the various wires here to basically jumpstart and hotwire this car. And you can hear the soft hum of the engine kick on, and as the lights on the dashboard start to light up, and you hit the alarm and crank up the radio, which is conveniently playing Dolly Parton's best hits, and go bolting towards the ramp. Basically, as soon as you do this, the floating drone thing focuses its. Well, it's hard to tell, but it seems like it's focusing its attention on this car, but you are a few cars down by the time its light gets to where that car is. And it also, as soon as it sees this, starts to retreat back up, basically in the same direction that you're going.
Oh, geez.
Okay. Damn it.
Oh, dear.
What is everyone else doing? The previously silent deck is now full of noise of a blaring car alarm and Dolly Parton.
What a make live. We're all kind of jamming for a second, apparently.
Not my kind of thing.
Can I see the
wow.
robot?
It's just 4 time. It's boring. Boring.
Oh, Victor, I like you, but these opinions, man. Ugh.
See, they're mathematically incorrect, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Yep.
Do I see the light bot going back up the ramp?
Yeah, it very quickly, as soon as it registers what happened, it starts retreating back up the ramp. Moving very quickly.
All right, I see Kit running from it, so I'm gonna throw the big taser at it like a javelin.
Okay.
From horseback, basically, because I'm still sitting on the motorcycle.
Yeah. Give me throwing.
Let me see if I can find a way to con one of my abilities or gear to helping with this.
Yeah.
I don't see a throwing skill.
I'm on skates.
Unless you made it up.
Shooting. Also.
Shooting?
You have a
No,
shooting
I
skill?
don't have any of these things. Oh, okay. Can I use telekinesis if I act like I'm throwing it, but instead I shoot it with my mind?
Nice.
So I hold it like this, and then I just launch it with my brain.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Well, I still rolled a 1, so...
Oh, man.
It does incredible.
This shotgun
After all that.
soaring through the air, telekinetically powered. The bot moves. This drone is moving just way faster than you thought it could, and your shot just misses it by this much. And the baton, the shotgun goes soaring through the air across the deck, and you see it hit into a crate on the far wall, and you can just hear a crack as it looks like the front end of this shotgun just shatters and falls to pieces on the ground as the drone continues to zip its way up the ramp. Kit, you are, just by the sake of having moved first, in front of basically where this drone is moving to, as you also run up the ramp. Are you going all the way up the ramp, or what are you doing now that your diversion is off?
I was going to and do like a flaggy arm to my compatriots. But then there's this disc following me. So yeah, I was gonna run up the ramp.
Do you still want to do that?
Double down. Yeah. I mean, I was on the way there. I think if I get to the top of the ramp, if I make it, the kid doesn't explode, I'll find the first car and try to roll under it.
Nice.
Great. Yeah. Yeah, give me a... I'll take a roll for that. Stealth or running or something like that, I think.
I am just a medical bot. All I know how to do is fix people. So I don't have those things. So just a D6?
Yeah, but you can go ahead and roll another D6 because you have a head start here.
Oh, all right. Good. I'm also a snappy user. I'm very sharp. Oh, I rolled a 6. That's my lucky days. Even a Cthulhu die. It's like my little... I know.
Yeah, so you go running and you take in a little bit of this deck, which looks very similar, but a little bit better lit, before you dive underneath another car here, as this deck is also full of cars. And you appear to have gotten out of the way, and you're not sure, but you feel like the drone didn't see you as you dived under this car, and you can see it kind of zips up the ramp and then starts floating towards where you can see another ramp just a few feet away, offset, so in a different they're kind of right opposites, or they're married. As it continues to go up in decks, it looks like.
Am I underneath a lowrider, so I'm stuck? I'm sorry, I'm just screwing myself over,
No,
but it's fun.
You're underneath kind of it's a little cramped. You're underneath a kind of a really futuristic all-terrain or off-roading vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like 3 pairs of wheels here, so you're kind of really. It's the you have to kind of contort yourself to get underneath it, but now that you're in, it gives you pretty decent cover here.
Well,
I'm gonna race up the ramp after Kit, I guess.
Great.
yeah. I'm gonna stealthily race, like sneak.
Okay, Becca is sneaking
that.
up.
I will follow Becca's exact gait and also stealthily run up the ramp.
Great. Excellent. And
Which probably doesn't work for
get
a
up
human, but
there.
I try it anyway.
Yeah.
You try
I
your
notice
best,
you're doing it. Try to
and
slow
you
down.
run up and crouch behind another car.
My lumbar!
Now,
God!
Shh, stealth. Shh.
neither of you really seeing where Kit
Hurts so
went
much.
to, as they've pretty expertly hid themselves. And you can hear as you see this drone kind of zip up until it leaves. You can hear kind of like the start of an alarm siren start to go, like the whooping of an alarm,
Rat.
but it's very quickly shut off.
Damn it.
Like it
Okay,
gets to
very
like
good.
whoop, whoop, and then it's cut off, and you're kind of back in this silent.
Why did that happen? Why did
really dark?
I don't
Kit.
know.
ThinkBot.
Kit?
ThinkBot.
Oh, are you a car now?
I
Oh,
don't
you're
think
underneath
so.
the car. Sorry, I'm a little.
No, I don't think I'm a car. That'd be
What's
cool.
your go-
And I'm just not that cool.
That would be. I mean, I really regret that all those cars were magnetized to the ground downstairs. It would have been way cooler to drive up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been really cool. We didn't do that,
Screw
though.
electromagnetism.
Why did that
And
alarm
all
go
the
on and then it
forces,
went
really.
off?
Yeah.
That
All
seemed,
the forces. F the forces.
That was pretty weird. I don't really like it.
Yeah. There's like another ramp. But maybe there's a control panel down here.
Looking for a control panel that I can jack into with my cranial jack and my custom deck.
Great. You kind of stand up from behind the car you're crouching behind to give a quick scan of the room, and right when you do, those like yellow emergency lights that have kind of been on since you got here, those also shut off.
I feel like there's another crew on this boat, right? I feel like there's another crew on this boat that's hacking into the system and turning off the security systems or something like that. Is what this feels like to me. This is what I would be doing if I if I get control of this boat. So I think there's
someone's
another
doing that
Alright.
right now to help us.
Yeah, there's a B team.
Great.
No, I
So,
don't. I think they're doing it to
yes.
help themselves, and
Oh,
we
they're
might
trying
be.
Cars.
They're gonna try to screw us. I think they're gonna try to screw us. They're coming
trying
out
to
with the
jack
no
our
crew,
car jack.
and they don't know right.
There's
They're acting like
hundreds
campers.
of cars
Um,
here. We just need like 10, and they're helping us. This is great. We'll just drive some of the cars off. It'll be awesome. They'll just
As
We
we
do
still
discussed,
need to act. We
Victor,
still. Oh.
your cyber ear picks up the more sounds of these clomping metal footsteps from above, and also what sounds like booted feet, kind of hustling a little bit,
man.
and you can hear kind of the sounds of something being like set up, something being assembled, maybe a lot of whirring.
Are we on the?
and-
This feels very Empire Strikes Back kind of giant gun thing. Are we on the deck with the gate, the gantry now, or is that still a different deck?
Yeah, you think that this deck would connect to the ramp, and you can see maybe way in the back. It's again now very dark. You can kind of make out a bit more structure. Like there's more space dedicated to like small rooms back there than just cargo space. So it looks like there's something. If you go into the very ends of the boat or along the sides, there might be like controls or something like that. But right now, you're very much still amongst the cargo.
So it seems like our two strategies are to go and lower the ramp and try to get the cars off real fast. And my inclination is to try to get to the control cabin and take control of all the security bots and make them work for us. Because I feel like we're going to be just barely ahead of this bunch that's chasing after us.
Okay, so what if we split up then? Yeah, gang. Victor tries to go and hack into security bots. Me and somebody stronger go to distract the human people, and then maybe the other person also just goes with Victor in case. So we just keep it a group of two.
Right.
Yeah, and Victor gets someone with him with a cell phone, as always.
I'm gonna open your brain and stick a cell phone in there while you're asleep.
No man, no man.
Duct tape it down.
Yeah, this is way easier than not having a cell phone yourself. You just need a cell
Human
phone.
rights. No.
Oh my god.
No, I decline. I'm maintaining my
Why do we need to
my physical
to let the
coherency.
humans know that we're here? The other group.
We have to
we
let
just
them
try
know
to-
we're here.
So
You
we're
probably
gonna run
know we're
distracted.
here.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know. We should just
Well,
steal
they
some
just
cars.
like
someone's
kind of
here.
vibe.
Well, I mean, does it really matter if they know we're here or not? Does it matter if they're double crossing us? Because if we just steal the cars, then we've got the cars. And then they have to pay us. The only concern is maybe they're trying to kill us because
I'm
They don't
pretty
want us to steal
concerned
the
about
cars.
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
See, if I was here and I was trying
What?
to steal cars,
Mhm.
I would be
You are here
delighted
stealing
if there was
cars.
another team.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
because then we can blame everything that happens on them. We can just be like, yeah, it was part of their big heist. that
We're
they
really
probably
jumping to
planned.
what if it's just guards? What if they're not?
All right,
here
I'm
to steal- if they're here to
going with
stop us?
Victor. I'm gonna go with Victor to the control panel. Make sure he doesn't get hurt.
Okay.
Okay.
John and I will do something.
I thought you had a plan.
I'm sticking.
You just said a
with the plan. I'm going to wheel myself right to the ramp.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
ThinkBot.
follow. Follow.
Great. So BECCA and ThinkBot are heading towards the ramp, and it sounds like Kit and Victor, where are you? You're headed towards the control panels or what you assume to be the control room towards the back.
Yes.
Great. Are you trying to sneak there, or are you just kind of sprinting down the deck at this point?
We are sneak sprinting.
Little column A, little column B. Okay.
Both.
So you're trying to
Yeah.
move stealthily, but quickly.
I'm gonna lean toward quickly. Personally, I'm gonna do. Is that okay, Kit? I'm gonna lean toward quickly
Hey, I'm
so I
wearing
don't get
hot
shot
pink.
up. Wow.
That's a good point.
It is,
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
does stick out.
Right.
Great. And BECCA and Victor, are you just running towards the ramp? Are you also trying to sneak?
I think you meant
I'm
Becca
going-
and ThinkBot, right?
Yes. Sorry. Did I say BECCA and Victor?
Oh,
BECCA,
no.
BECCA and ThinkBot.
I'm going to program my face to look like that security
Oh my God.
guard from before,
Okay.
and I'm going to put my hood up.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually stealth behind
That's where I'm
ThinkBot.
at now.
I don't think this plan's gonna super work. So I'm
No, you
hoping
don't
to be
think.
his
That's why you're not the ThinkBot.
so true.
Excellent.
I'm gonna try and be his secret backup when this plan goes bad. Which it will.
Great. Becca,
Which I tell him.
give me a stealth roll. I think your
Okay.
cranial jack will help you with this, as it's amplifying your reflex.
So what does that mean? I roll a extra d6?
Roll one up of whatever you have. So if you had a d10, or no, I think it is an extra d6. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I got a 5.
A 5. Great. We'll get back to you guys.
Nice.
Victor and Kit, you
This gives me time to
hustle
think of a
along the side of the cargo lines here. And it's, far, but you're able to keep behind a bunch of crates and a bunch of cars. There's a lot of cover here that keeps you pretty well insulated from whatever's happening or about to happen at the ramp. And you do get towards the back of the boat, and you can see that there's a lot more machinery back here. You can see parts where, like, a bit of a seam in the back of the hull of the ship where probably the ramp could descend from. You can see, like, the ground has those divots in it where you could latch, like, probably roll a car into and then latch it if it was being connected to the ramp when it was in motion. And you can see along the side here where there is, like, a small room that's just open, that doesn't really have anything in it, but does have a ladder that goes up a trap door. It looks like up a deck.
Neat. Is there control equipment on this level or not?
Looking about, you can see there's like a couple of console. There's like one console attached to the wall here, and it does look like there's some like levers or buttons, but from what you can tell just at a quick glance, this appears to be like a emergency stop or just a monitoring station or something like that. So you do have access
Kit,
here, but it would not be full access.
It would not be what?
What?
Full access, you don't think?
Got it. Kit, you want to go up the ladder?
What am I looking for? Yeah, I can go up the ladder, sure.
Looking.
Okay.
Great. So we're looking for a full access control panel, which seems like it might be in the level above this.
All right, I'll look. I'll go up the ladder.
You just have.
What? Yeah.
I mean, should I lead the way? I mean, do you have hand-to-hand combat skill?
I have this small Derringer pistol, and I have a scalpel.
Sounds like no. Here, hold my deck.
I also have this hand back in. Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't. None of that sounds useful right this second. I bet that'll be very useful later on when one of us gets shot. But right now, just hold my custom deck that's covered with stickers, and I'll go up first. The shock baton above me.
I like that one. Those are nice stickers. That's great.
I do really enjoy the idea that the guy with a shock baton used to keep alligators off of a platform is more armed than literally a robot with a gun.
Am I wrong?
This is the future. Who knows?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Listen, when things fall out of you, I just put them back in. Sometimes in the right place.
You go with that instinct.
Yeah.
That is a good instinct, Kit. Yeah.
Is it bad that sometimes I secretly want that to happen so that I can be useful?
A little bit.
Go on up the stairs.
Yes.
You don't get to pick
Victor,
up.
You start to pull yourself up the ladder here, and as you do, you hear cacophonously loud, as you're in a giant metal box, basically, the peal and the scream of automatic fire as someone just shot a bunch of rounds at wherever ThinkBot was 3 seconds ago. As he comes turning around this ramp, you look up the ramp and you're looking at 2 more of these big motorized dog robots, and also a guy in heavy armor, it looks like, with a full tactical gear, with a rifle in his hand, and as soon as you pull the corner, he levels a shot and just shoots a burst of automatic fire at you, Victor. Luckily, you're on wheels, and BECCA was ready for this and yanks on your cloak backwards and sends you spiraling backwards as where you were just standing is pockmarked and smoking from.
I saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say I told you so because I'm a bigger person than you are. So. I'll just say.
Can I quickly read the mind of the guy?
Guys, these guys are dumb.
Trying to find out his name.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Sure. Go ahead and give me telepathy.
How about not a natural 1 for a change? A 6.
A 6. So you get surface thoughts here. This person seems alerted, but pretty calm. Like they're used to this, or this wasn't entirely unexpected. And they feel very secure, is the feeling you're getting. Confident in their position. And very patient. Yeah, those are the surface thoughts you're getting from this guy.
Okay. I've thought of a plan.
Okay.
This is the plan. I'm going to explain the plan that I thought of when we went over here, when I first set out here. You sneak around and try to get to a spot where you can kind of jump up behind him and, stab him in the back or whatever it is you do once you get up to him.
That's actually not what I'm an infiltrator. Usually I just climb things. But sure, yeah. No, I'll stab him in the back. Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you don't seem as cool with this as I was hoping. Okay.
No. I'm cool. I'm cool with just, murdering a guy. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Okay. I will try and...
Seems like you're not... Okay.
No.
First I'm gonna... No. Here we go. Okay. But I'm gonna distract him, so hopefully it's not necessary. I'm gonna try to... I've got a thing. Okay.
Oh, no. I think the last time you tried to distract him, he shot you. Tried to shoot you. And I can't protect you from being shot and sneak up on him at the same time.
I won't get shot at this time. I'm gonna
Pinky swear.
Okay.
Pinky swear.
I'll pinky swear with the one hand, and with the other hand, I'm gonna stick it out a little from outside of the car we're behind or whatever, and see if he shoots at me again.
Great. I don't have any dice here.
I swear I won't get shot at, and I find out whether he shoots at me.
Yeah.
Great. 1 second. I need dice. Sorry, I'm not used to. Oh, here's. I do have dice here.
What is this? Some kind of role-playing game? Yeah.
I haven't. This is going to be the first time I've rolled a die in any of these sessions. So.
Wow.
Great. You stick your hand out. You wince, expecting intense pain. Nothing happens.
Okay,
great.
You for sticking. I promise. I'll sneak around then. Don't get shot.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna wheel myself out now again. Hello, friend. No more shooting.
Are you really? You're wheeling yourself around? You get fucking shot. You get fucking shot. Yeah. Bullets erupt in and around the air around you. Nobody has moved. The situation is exactly as you saw 3 seconds ago. The smoke from the first round of fire has yet to even clear the air. You take a lot of damage here. You get shot a bunch. Do you have anything big that you can break?
face?
Sacrifice gear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how it
Sacrifice
works. Right.
here.
Maybe
Well, I
your
guess
cell
I'll-
phone stops a bullet. Maybe it's finally good for
That's not
something.
gonna be enough. I'm gonna say that's not
Finally
gonna be
good for
enough.
something.
Well, I'll just do my face then. That's fine because I have my programmable
man.
face.
Great. Do you have any other cybernetic limbs? You're all cybernetic,
My-
right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
no,
an
I mean
android.
technically I just have cyber legs.
Great. Yeah, you hit the dirt. I'm gonna say your cybernetic spritz, your legs get ripped through with bullets, and you collapse to the ground. I'm gonna say those things are broken, and you're harmed. You're injured here. And I'm gonna, you just crumple. Becca, you see this happen. You see ThinkBot roll around, try to start talking, and you hear automatic fire bark through, again echoing around, and ThinkBot just collapses.
Oh
Still
god!
alive.
Can I
Okay.
get a sip?
I'm still alive. Great. Thank you. Good job. Nice shot.
Shut up!
Oh my god.
Are we cool
Meanwhile,
now?
Becca saved the idiot.
and Victor,
If I had
you clamber up this ladder into what much more like
Victor.
what you're expecting a control room to look like.
Victor,
I have a feeling
should
like
put the-
millions of circuits just got exterminated.
you should take the camera head guy, like the little guy's
Oh.
camera, and hook it
thank
up
you.
through the door, look it around like he's
That's,
one of the guys.
I totally do that. Thank you. I reach down. Kid's handing it up. I stick the camera thing up through the.
You rig the sensors into your deck. I think that seems simple enough. Yeah, and you're able to poke it up. The camera hooks around into a very small, cramped-looking room. The first thing that you can see here is what appears to be controls of some sort, levers and buttons and a little camera that looks like it controls this.
Nice.
You would imagine controls the lift. It looks much more like the controls from like a piece of machinery. However, also in this room, you see several large crates that really stand out. They are all stamped with GSS in big blocky letters at the top. And some of them are opened. They have like packaging in it. Some of them are still shut and locked, but these are like big, heavy looking, like military looking like crates that are stacked up here. And you can see this room does have another door that's sort of like sitting open that you imagine looks out into the deck. It is well lit here now. The lights are on. And you obviously hear all of the automatic firing that is coming from a little ways towards the center of the ship.
Oh my god! What was that?
Victor, I don't know. Someone's getting shot.
Well,
Finally,
I
my
sure hope it
purpose.
wasn't ThinkBot. I mean, ThinkBot wouldn't like just run out in gunfire, so I assume that wasn't him.
No,
I think that's the other
ThinkBot's
crew.
too smart for that.
It's the other crew that we're fighting. So
yeah, fire them.
No.
Other crews getting messed up, man.
let's take this loud moment, and I'm gonna burst into the control room and try to grab the controls and take it over. Maybe Kit, you look at these crates and find out what that is.
Yeah,
Looks like
so
this
you
controller
pull
is
yourself-
very analog. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. As you pull yourself up, you both pull yourself up into this room, and it looks like you look around, and you see obviously what are the controls to probably the ramp here, but you don't see what you would expect to see as you would expect a computer or something like that to be what is interfacing with and controlling these bots. And that is
That's not here. Is that okay? Got it.
Yeah. As you poke around the boxes, though,
That's
you do
unfortunate.
see they are They have the ones that are open have big squarish indents that you guess, looking at it, doing some mental measurements, could fit probably exactly one of those little robot walking robots.
It's either really big shoes or one of those robots.
I bet they're robots. I listen with the cyber ear. Does it sound like they're active at this time? Does it sound like they're active in the crate, or does it sound like they're turned off?
No, so the crates are empty. The ones that you can see,
okay.
There's like one of them that's still shut and locked, but most of them, you can see, most of them, you lift the lids, are empty and just have like packaging material around and just an indentation of where one of these bots would go.
Got it. Is the one that's locked, any sound coming out of it?
No.
Is there a user manual? Like
I'm your user. I'm your manual
bot.
user manual.
Sorry, just thought I should try. Like an IKEA set. Got some Allen wrenches.
I think I have some Allen wrenches right here, as a matter of fact, on my electronics kit.
Welcome to your DeathBot 2576. Yeah. This one's name's Herb.
It's in love with the other one.
I would like to take the lock and get in that crate and take it over. Take over the presumably DeathBot that's inside.
Yeah. I'm going to say picking the lock is no problem. And you pull open and you're faced with just an intimidating amount of metal and machinery here that will definitely take some doing to set up. So that I would say is an electronics roll of setting.
Can I help him?
This bot to be under your control. Yes. Definitely. You can each roll your electronics. This will take some time. You feel like this isn't kind of like a grab and go, oh my god.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Maybe not.
Use that.
Wow.
Wow.
Great. I will get back to that in just a minute. I'll come back to you guys as Kit and Victor start to assemble one of these bots. Meanwhile, ThinkBot and BECCA, ThinkBot, I'm going to say part of you surviving is you managed to collapse in such a way that you are no longer immediately in the line of sight of this ramp. But you are in a heap, bleeding a lot, legs shattered. What are you guys doing?
Leaking hydraulic fluid.
Yeah.
Dumb as fuck.
That red viscous.
Okay. No. This plan is working. Totally. This is totally according to plan. Why aren't you sneaking up to get him?
Shut the fuck up! Oh my god.
Okay, do it already.
Shut the fuck up. I want to say I'd gotten about, I don't know, 10 to 15% into my little sneaking pose when this shit went down, and I just kind of froze there for a second. When ThinkBot got shot by a bunch of machine fire, was it clear to me how many guns?
Was it clear to you how many guns? Yeah. I'm gonna say you heard what sounded like an automatic fire and two slower firing but what sound like heavier rifles.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, three people.
Let me just check my bullet wounds here. Yep.
Wait, about a 50 caliber shot there. That was not good.
We're on a ramp, right? And you said up above us is drones? Is there what's above me directly?
The guy is.
So you're on the deck, and there's a ramp kind of stretching from the ceiling, right? And you're to the side of the ramp. You can't really look up. Both times that ThinkBot has looked up the ramp, he was shot. So,
can I?
You just peek up.
For me to climb up the side without being seen. Does that look like it?
Like the higher part of the ramp? Yeah, so you start
Yes.
to try
That's a good
to
idea.
arrange that. Go ahead and give me a roll. A stealth roll. Stealth roll to see how well this is.
Great. Okay, cool. Where's my D8? Okay, that's a 5.
Great! And ThinkBot, huddled in a heap here, you see BECCA start to slink her way up some crate and dangling off the edge of this ramp higher up before she disappears up towards the fiery death that just met you. And we'll see what happens to her next time. But it's 10 o'clock.
Oh.
And that's a pretty good bloodshed.
What a cliffhanger! What a literal cliffhanger!
Yeah, right?
A literal
Oh my
cliffhanger.
god. Ah!
All right, well, that
Can't believe
distraction,
that
I think,
happened.
worked perfectly. That distraction worked perfectly.
Sending you like
Okay.
messages like, "You dumb motherfucker! Why did you do that?"
Wait,
I
I mean,
removed
just
almost all their bullets. I tricked them into removing almost all of their bullets.
They're gonna have to reload now.
Yeah, exactly right.
Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Thank you guys for playing. Good to be back. Yeah, and we are over, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it there. Thank you to our live viewers and to all of you in YouTube land watching this pre-recorded. I remembered to record it this time. Hope to see you next time on
Yay.
the next. What's the sign off? The next exciting episode of Tended Rat, the TDR.
Yep.
Technically.